the wave energy availability and equation on that. Okay, power associated with sea waves, equation for power. Okay, next we shall discuss that problems. Okay, a 2 meter sea wave has 6 seconds period and occurs at the surface of 100-meter deep water. Assume water density equals to 1025 kg per meter cube. Calculate the energy and power density of the wave. They have asked to find out the power density and also we need to find out energy density. Okay, and next we need to find out the frequency also here. Okay, they have given that time is nothing but 6 seconds they have given. So F is equal to 1 by 6. Energy density 1 by 8, that is rho g h square. We know the value of that is 1025 they have given. Density equals to 1025. Okay, substitute that 1025 into 4. 4, how we got the 4? That is they have said that here g into h square. G value is 9.81. Okay, h is 2 meter. They have given the 2 meter. 2 square you will get 4. So divided by 8. 5027.625 joules per meter square. That is what you will get the energy density by using this formula. Okay, 1 by 8 into rho g h square. And next power density is nothing but E divided by T. E value we know that. Okay, substitute that one, and T value is 6. Substitute, you will get 837.9375 watt per meter square. But here what they said is lambda is equal to 1.56 times T square. Okay, what about the T is nothing but time period of the wave. 1.56 into T value 6 square, because they have given the 6 seconds. Okay, so time is equal to 6 seconds. 6 square you will get lambda is equal to 56.16 meter. Okay, lambda is nothing but wavelength of the sea wave. Okay, now we have found out the wavelength of the sea wave, and next frequency, and next the energy density and power density. There is another formula for power. This is a 1 by 2 rho g square h square t divided by 32 into pi. Okay, that can be written as in other form 0.5 kilowatt per meter cube seconds h square into t. That is, a P is nothing but wave power per unit of wave crest length, and next is a H is a significant wave height, and T is a wave period, and rho is a density of water, and G is a acceleration due to gravity. An ocean swell a few kilometers away from the coastline and in deep sea water has wave height 3 meter and wave period 8 seconds. So P is equal to P is 0.5 into 3 square into 8, that is equals to 36 kilowatt per meter. Next, here the density of water is about 800 times higher than air, and therefore the energy density of the ocean waves are significantly several times more than air. What they are saying is the density of water will be more, about 800 times higher than the air. Okay, so the energy density of the ocean waves are also, it will be more, it will be several times more than the air, right? The amount of energy available in ocean waves is tremendously high. Now, what the available energy in the ocean is high, and also it is considered as a renewable zero emission source of power. Okay. Wave energy is converted into electricity by placing a wave energy converter on the surface, right? We have discussed already different types of energy also. Wave energy is converted into electricity by placing a wave energy converter on the surface of the ocean. The electrical energy generated is the most often used in a desalination plants, and also it will power supply to electrical consumers and energizing water pumps also. Here the first generation oscillating water columns, that is the mostly using the first generation oscillating water columns converters. The other technologies such as the Japanese pendular and the tap, different types, okay, different technologies they have used. For Japanese, they have used a different technology, and Tapchen they can also be fit in this category, okay. Different type of technology they have used for converting electricity from ocean energy to, that is the ocean wave energy to electricity. Here some installations, a few installations of wave power converters are as follows. One by one we shall discuss that. The first wave power patent was for 1799 proposal by a Parisian and named Monsieur Gerard, and his son got patented the first wave power converter in 1979. He got a first wave power patent in 1799, and what about the his son got the patent for the first wave power converter in 1979 to use a direct mechanical action to drive pumps, saws, and mills or other heavy machineries. And during the first decade of the 19th century, a device was put in operation in Algeria that captured wave oscillations and transformed into a usable form by using a system of cams and gears. They used in 19th century. They used a machine, that is a captured wave oscillations. It will capture the wave oscillation and it will transform into a usable form. Okay, by using a what? By using a cam and gears. Next is a 10 kilowatt complaint flap pilot plant was installed in the Baltic Sea in 1917 and later on dismantled. Next, Pilamis became the world's first offshore wave machine to generate electricity and fed into the grid when it was first connected to the UK grid in 2004. Once again, I repeat, 1979, the first converter, and the next, during 19th century, they have used a captured wave oscillation and converted into a usable form by using a cams and gears. And in the 1917, they have used a complaint flap pilot plant. They have installed, and later it is dismantled. And next, in 2004, they have used offshore wave machine to generate electricity, and it is connected to the grid also. It is fed to the grid also. And in 1980, Salter duck wave converter was developed around 1980 in UK. Next, 120 kilowatt, okay, 120 kilowatt oscillating wave column prototype with three, that is a three oil oscillating wave column, okay, with the three oscillating wave column in a row has been operating since 1998 at 40-meter depth, okay. A 2 megawatt system off the coastal of Portugal. The prototype is developed in Nissam, that is Berlin, an inlet in the northeast part of Denmark. Next, 40-meter long prototype was developed in 1996 off the coast of Gilba country, Clare, Ireland. and a typically 30 megawatt installation would occupy a square kilometer of ocean and provide sufficient electricity for 20,000 homes. They are saying that 30 megawatt installation would occupy a square kilometer of ocean and it will provide sufficient electricity for 20,000 homes. A 750 kilowatt project that is of Scotland, okay. 2 megawatt project of the coast of that is Vancouver Island, Canada. Next, a 5 megawatt was developed by a WaveGen, is located in Islay, Scotland. Okay, these are the installations. Okay, they have used the wave energy. Okay, wave energy, and by using that wave energy, they have converted into a electricity. So many installation in different countries they have used this method. Okay, different capacity. The for example 2 megawatt, 5 megawatt, 750 kilowatt. Okay, different installation capacities. Next is a wave energy availability in India. Malvan Rock site. Okay, these are the sites. And what about the output average wave power? 6.91. These are the from annual. Okay, this is the annual wave power, average wave power, and this is from June to August. It will be in high. Okay. This is also average wave power. Coastal average wave power location site in Maharashtra. It is given in the table. If you observe Vijayadurga, Mate. These are the different sites which get the wave power. For example, Ambloga 5.74, and the average wave power during June to August it will be 13.48. Okay, these are the different coastal average power location site in Maharashtra. Next are devices for harnessing wave energy. First is a terminator device. Okay, what does it do? Terminator device. What they are saying? Three basic technologies for converting wave energy to electricity. What are the three basic technologies? What are the three basic technologies? One is a terminator device, attenuator device, and point absorber and overtopping devices. These devices for harnessing wave energy. Okay, it is a wave energy device oriented perpendicular to the direction of a wave. Okay, terminator device means it will be oriented perpendicular to the direction of wave. Okay, it if it is wave is like this, it will be perpendicular to that and has one stationary and one moving part. Okay, one is stationary and one is moving part. One will be fixed and one will be moving part. The moving part moves up and down like a car piston in response to ocean waves, and that pressurizes air or oil to drive a turbine. What they are saying is, what the moving part is there, right? That moving part will move the up and down like a car piston. Okay, it will move like a car piston. They are comparing with the moving part. They have compared with the car piston. It will move up and down, and it will respond to ocean waves. Okay, when pressure increases, pressurizes air or oil to drive a turbine. Okay, it will give a pressure to turbine to run the or run or rotate the turbine. Okay, it will give the pressure on that turbine. An oscillating water column converter is an example of terminator device. These devices generally have a power rating of 500 kilowatt to 2 megawatt depending on the wave parameters and the device dimensions. Okay, terminator devices, just it will due to the pressure and the moving part up and down. Okay, it will move like a car piston due to the ocean waves, and it will pressurize air or oil to drive a turbine. Due to that we get the output electricity. Okay, and what about they are saying is an oscillating water column converter. Water column converter is an example for terminator device. Okay, these devices will have a power rating of 500 kilowatt to 2 megawatt, and it depends on the parameters, wave parameters and device dimensions. Next is the attenuator devices. These devices are oriented parallel to the direction of the waves. Terminator devices are perpendicular. Okay, one is stationary and one is moving path. Here it is parallel, oriented parallel to the direction of wave, and a long multi-segment floating structure. It is a long multi-segment floating structure. It has a series of long cylindrical floating devices connected to each other with hinges and anchored to the seabed. They ride the waves like a ship, extracting energy by restraints at the bow of the device along its length. The segments are connected to hydraulic pumps or other converters to generate power as the waves move. This attenuator devices, how it will be. Attenuator devices which will be parallel, right? Which will be parallel, and it will be a long multi-segment floating structure. Okay, it will be a cylindrical. If you search in a Google, you will understand that the image. By seeing the image, you will understand how it will be, and it will be having a two round circle. Okay. These segments are connected to a hydraulic pumps. The whatever the attenuator device is connected to a hydraulic pumps or other converters to generate power as the waves move across it. Okay, here Palamis wave energy converter is one of the known example of attenuator device. There in terminator device, oscillating water column is example for terminator device, and here Palamis wave energy generator, wave energy converter is the example for attenuator device. In these three points you remember, one is parallel to the direction of the wave, and it is a long multi-segment floating structure, and it is a connected to hydraulic pumps or other converters to generate power. Okay, these 3 points if you remember, that's enough, and the example also. Next, point observer. It is a floating structure. It is a floating structure with parts moving relative to each other owing to wave action, but it has no orientation in defined way towards the waves. Instead observes the wave energy coming from any direction. It has no direction. In terminator, it is connected a parallel, oriented in a perpendicular, and in attenuator parallel. Point observer. Here there is no perpendicular or parallel. It is oriented in any defined way. Okay, it will observe all the directions, all the waves coming, waves energy coming from any direction. Okay, it utilizes the rise and fall of the wave height. Okay, here it observes the wave energy coming from any direction. It utilizes the rise and fall of the wave height at a single point for energy conversion. Okay, in heading only it is a point observer. It will utilize the rise and fall of the wave height at a single point for energy conversion. Next, the pressurized water will create a up and down, that is a tide motion. bobbing type motion, and it will drive a built-in turbine generator system to generate electricity. Okay, the pressurized water will create say up and down, okay, the motion, and it will drive a turbine to generate electricity. Okay, here Aquaboy WEC is an example of a point observer devices. Next is the overtopping devices. These devices have reservoirs like a dam that are filled by incoming waves, causing a slight buildup of water pressure. Gravity causes released water from reservoir to flow back into the ocean through turbine coupled to an electrical generator. What they are saying is these overtopping devices will have reservoirs like a dam that are filled by incoming waves, causing a slight buildup of water pressure. Next, gravity will cause a released water from reservoir to flow back into the ocean. It may be through turbine coupled to an electrical generator. For this example is Salter duck. WEC is the example of overtopping devices. Okay. In next class, once we shall recall or once we shall see the picture of these devices. Okay, I'll show the pictures of these devices so that you'll understand nicely. Okay, floater, one by one they have discussed that floater boy device, how it will be. Okay, and oscillating water column devices, how it will be. In next class we shall discuss about this pendulum system and tapered channel. Okay.